All right, guys, and just like that, we're on episode 4 of Maniacs Reacts.
We're back.
We're back.
We're doing it again. We're
Here
rating
we are.
cars.
Rating cars, having fun,
Yep.
and man,
We got a good episode
Is-
lined up for today.
wait a minute though, are we missing somebody?
I wouldn't really call it missing.
Uh,
Oh wait, Ryan.
oh,
Right?
You know what? Ryan's not here today, so this is going to be just the two of us. So Jim, we better bring it.
Bringing it. I am
We
bringing.
better
the ruckus.
bring it.
I'm
So
bringing it.
yeah, man. So this is our Maniacs React. And this is a segment that we started on our channel where we bring in 2 feature cars and a bonus car.
And we talk about them. That's all we do.
And we talk about them, we look at them, we see the customization that was done to it. And the first 2 cars that we bring on, easy for me to say, are crazy customs. It's just how we like them, right?
Yeah, you've posted them on our page on the Instagram at Maniacs Garage. Seen them out in the wild.
Yeah, some of these guys we've talked to, we've seen the cars up close and personal. It's kind of cool.
Mhm.
Some of them are not. Some of them are just cars that we posted on our Instagram page. So,
But nevertheless, it's what we're into. It's what we do.
yeah, it's what we like. So, let's get started. Are you ready for car number 1?
I am. Bring it.
All right, so I picked this car, and this one is pretty cool. Let me just do a little intro before we show it to everybody.
Well, the reason you're showing it is because it's pretty cool.
That's right.
I mean,
Goes without saying.
Yeah, that was gonna be lame.
That's
No,
right.
Okay.
So we ran into these guys last year, SEMA, and so this car, I'll just give a little teaser. So
Wait,
it's
hold
a
on.
combination.
You said we. I wasn't there.
No, but Ryan was there.
I know because I
Yeah.
wuld fit in the.
But
logo.
Ryan's one of us.
All right.
So it's a we.
All right.
See, I speak in we's.
All right. Because
We-
you didn't
we-
bring me because I didn't fit. I didn't fit.
Yeah,
I didn't fit in the airline seat.
Hey, it's all right. Look at you now. All right, let's get to the car.
Yeah.
So the car
The car.
is a combination of another VW. Last week we featured another VW we kind of liked. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
This one's also a VW-ish, but it has dually wheels. Huh?
Uh-huh.
Are you getting it?
I'm feeling it.
Are you feeling it?
All right.
All right. Should we drop it?
Drop it like it's hot.
All right, let's do it. All right, guys, this is the car. So this thing is a late 60s, early 70s VW Beetle body.
And that's about it.
Body, and that is
body.
absolutely it. Everything else is something else. So let me give you a little background on this car. So this car was actually built by a group of high school students.
That's neat.
Isn't that cool?
I like the backstory on this one.
High school students built this car. It took about a year initially for the first rendition. That is not how it looked. That's not how it looks on this video.
It didn't come off the showroom
It,
floor like this.
it didn't look
after a
like this
year.
after 1 year, but it
No.
was all together, had the dually set up and all of that, and it was rolling. So they built it in a year, and apparently what happened? Do you want to know what happened?
I do.
So apparently what happened
Because I wasn't there, remember?
Yeah.
You didn't bring me.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
You're not going this year either.
No.
Bruh.
I know.
We're going to be there, you guys. So hopefully we'll see some of you guys. We're going to be in the Boxo booth actually signing some cool little cards with our 49 Ford on it at one point. I can't remember what day it is yet. So we'll make that announcement when we know. But we'll miss you this year. All right, back to the car.
Yeah.
So some gentleman in the town wanted the high school, you just kind of had a heart for the high school students. They wanted to kind of get them into the car customization, and he donated $5,000 to the auto shop at this high school. And that's how this project started. So it's kind of a challenge, if you will. And so high school students actually put this thing together, man. So I think they started with the bug body. They had a few other components, and then they laid out some tubing for the frame, some square tubing, rectangular tubing for the frame, and they started to kind of go. I think the requirements, there's some requirements. I think they entered some rat rod
challenge.
Challenge,
build off.
Yep. And I think the
Yeah.
requirements were that it had to be 10 different brands of cars in it in order to qualify as a rat rod. So kind of a true rat rod, fashion. They did I think they used a Chevy 6-cylinder inline motor out of a dump truck that was donated to the school. Obviously, that's a tractor front end. Pretty cool. I don't know if it's a farm all or what it is, but it looks cool on this thing.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jim?
No, I'm totally digging it. I'm seeing it for the first time.
Yeah.
You know,
good.
Having not
first reaction.
Yeah, having not been there. You know, the cool story behind it's obviously something that we're all about as far as reaching out to youth and keeping them off the streets and you know, keeping them plugged in, especially getting them into the trades and whatnot. But yeah, I know why you like it.
Why do I like it?
You like it because it's got orange.
Yeah, I think
mean,
orange does.
If you guys don't know, this guy loves orange.
You wouldn't know that from Maniacs.
Yeah,
because
you
when we
wouldn't
did
know,
that. We went red on everything.
But this guy just is freaky about orange, and like, I mean,
hey, orange is cool.
He's just super naranja. But yeah, he's all about
the
orange.
new black.
Yeah, so you know, right away there's just custom features all over this thing. This camera's kind of moving around too fast to grab it all, but you know, just the detail work, and you know, nothing was left behind, nothing left untouched. They got connecting rods in there holding up the rear brakes,
the brake lights,
rear brake lights. You got, it looks like a custom fab shifter, you know.
What do you think of that transmission surround?
I do.
It's kind of cool.
I like when people do the webbing like that. It's pretty trick. You know, there's not 1 square inch that wasn't dove into and thought about, which is insane knowing what we've done and what that takes. So,
dude, I just figured out a way to pause the video.
Well,
hey, look at that. So we're not getting seasick though here.
Yeah.
So let's check out what we're seeing here though.
Thank you for that.
So we got that inline 6. Looks like it's got 3 individual carburetors on it.
I would say so.
Kind of cool, right? That's pretty sweet, man.
Yeah.
And you know, so by doing that custom frame underneath it, they were able to stretch the front end out, you know, leave plenty of room for that engine. And it's really cool the way they actually even went further than needed, right? So you got enough room for the radiator, but even past that, the front axle sticks out past that, which is a very rat rod kind of a thing.
Open wheel, open axle.
Open wheel, but also the wheelbase, you know, having that long wheelbase and the front axle actually being past the front end of the car. So the wheels stick forward. It's a very rat rodish kind of a look. And they definitely achieved it with this thing. I think they used a Ford straight axle for the front axle on this thing. And yeah, let's go on here. It looks like they have some side pipes. They call those lake pipes. So that's your exhaust right out on the side right here. Coming out. Crazy, crazy big dually wheels, man. Super shiny, deep dish. Man. Oh, did you even notice the gas tank on that thing?
Of course I did.
Did you mention it?
I did not.
Well,
we haven't got there. I mean, you know, you're all over the place.
Focus you know, there's a lot of stuff on this car.
Diamond plate on the interior side panels there. That's killer.
Yeah, so the gas tank's cool. They actually used a beer keg.
That's why I noticed it.
That's from the long past of yours.
Long time ago. Yeah, I saw one of those.
You've emptied one of those once before.
Yes.
So
perhaps
now anymore, we only empty them if they're full of gas. Pretty much like this application right here. Yeah. And then, you know, it's cool. You can't see it in this picture, but on the right side of that keg, there's actually that old school way of doing a clear hose, and that's literally their fuel gauge.
It's a fuel gauge.
Yeah.
It's a sight glass.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's super cool, man. So yeah, they did that on there. And they were there with Quake LED. They sponsored them on all this crazy lighting on this thing. So it's got all kinds of synchronized colored lighting throughout all those, you know, headlights, off-road lights, and all of that stuff. So
yeah, it's got, you know, the front headlights are, you know, homage to American Roadster.
I don't know what they're off of. It'd be
Yeah,
interesting to
but,
know that. But they're running some disc brakes on the front. Pretty cool. So definitely paid attention to some safety. Yeah, look at that. So that's actually
Oh, that's a wrench.
it's a wrench, dude. It's all drilled.
I like it.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. And they have some technology in here too, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, you got to have some tech, some new school tech with the old school rat rod.
All right, man. So what do you think? Do you think it's time to rate this bad boy?
It is. You know what we didn't mention, and this is something it's all Euro style too, is the roof rack.
Yeah, roof rack.
And the lights across the top. I mean,
yeah, you know, Euro, but it's on this, I think on this application, Jim, it's a little more like Baja road kind of look, you know, with the lights. It's really proper with that roof rack up there. But it works, though.
It does.
It really works.
It does.
And the thing is just so crazy looking. So, hey, I'm going to rate this thing. I'm going to go first. All right?
I'm not going to stand in your way, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm right here, but I'm not going to stand in your way.
And that's that's appreciated.
All right.
That you'll let me. You'll let me go.
I will let you go.
So I'm gonna just go on a limb, man, and I'm gonna go and hit this thing on the limiter because I think for what work went into this, and done by high school students.
Amen.
On the limiter, baby.
On the limiter.
You too?
Oh,
limiter there. Whatever that 6-cylinder inline will limit it to. That's where that is.
Yeah, that thing's tough, man.
Well, that's cool. So that pretty much brings us to kind of the middle-ish of this episode. And you know what time it is?
It's time to recognize our sponsor.
Man, you do know what time it is.
I do.
Bro, you pay attention.
I do.
So I'm wearing the sponsor in typical, proper fashion.
I know.
So Hostile Wheels is our sponsor for today's episode. Hostile Wheels has a full lineup of wheels, big truck wheels, man. 20, 22, 24, 26-inch diameter.
Yeah, I'd say 20s are on the small side.
Yeah, 20s are on the small side. I think that is literally their entry level.
Yeah.
And then widths, they have, I think they start at 12, 14, 16 wide.
They're big.
Big
wheels.
Yeah, I mean, so we're actually running Hostile Wheels on our 49 Ford BMW project that we built for SEMA a couple years ago. And they actually built those wheels for us. And ours are 20 by 14 on the rear and 20 by 12 on the front. Big, huge, deep dish. And those are custom built. They're called the Hostile Maniacs. And in fact, interesting fact or good, interesting fact?
It's interesting.
It is interesting. But it's good to know that you can actually go online and you can buy those. So you can buy those wheels, the Hostile Maniacs that we have, in a cast version. So a little more affordable version, but you can get them.
Yes.
And they also make UTV wheels. They make some sweet, super light stuff for dunes.
Yeah. Beadlocks
as well.
Yeah.
And so those are at Hostile UTV. But you can check them out at hostilewheels.com. All right, let's get back to car number dos.
Let's check it out.
Do you like my my Spanish?
Yeah, it was all right. Yeah. Keep on working on it.
All right, car number 2. We are going to go, and I'm going to do a little introduction on this car as well.
Okay.
All right. Crazy different, too. It's a crazy different car.
It's a crazy world.
Man, how is it that it's another VW? I didn't even mean to do that, Jim, and I just realized it right now. That it's literally another VW in the same show. We're doing 2 VWs.
No.
That's okay. They're totally different.
Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah. Okay.
So this one has... Well, let's just go ahead and drop it, and let's show it, and let's let the viewer see this thing. So, Jim, do you recognize this body? Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a Ghia.
A Ghia. Man, I wonder how many people even know that. They're pretty rare, especially in the U.S. So, Volkswagen Ghia. So this car originally started life as a rear-engine, air-cooled 4-cylinder. And it does not have that now, Jim.
No, I don't think so.
No, it doesn't have that now. We'll find out in a minute here what it has. But it's undergone some pretty major transformation. Oh, look at that gauge cluster. That's not a Volkswagen Ghia gauge cluster.
Mm-mm.
So Volkswagen Ghia is it's actually a really cool looking car. I can't remember the guy that designed it now, Carmen Ghia, I don't know, but did a really good job. So obviously, very much styled after kind of the Porsches back in the day.
Mm.
In fact, there was a lot of crossover with VW, Porsche, Audi, especially back, before. And so this thing has very much that 911 look to it, doesn't it?
It does. Well, especially
so now
especially in this form,
Yeah.
this modified form, it has that look.
It
kind of does it in the stock form, but
it kind of, but now it definitely does more.
Definitely.
So you know what I'm noticing on this car though is the wheels and the style of the wheels, and it definitely has kind of a Japanese look to it. Those wheels. That's the vibe I'm getting from them. It's, kind of like OG Japanese drift looking
you think
wheels.
You want to drift that sucker?
I don't know if it is or not. I haven't seen it drifting yet.
Yeah.
I'm sure it could. All right, so I'm going to have to let the cat out of the bag. So this Karna Ghia has been body swapped. It's like right up our alley.
Yes.
Is it not?
Yes.
So this has been dropped on a Miata. Mazda Miata. So there's actually a full Mazda Miata chassis under this thing. So it is now a front engine, 4-cylinder, water cooled. I think it's normally aspirated, no turbo on it, but I don't think it needs it because it's a super light car anyway. And so manual, so rear wheel drive, cool, kind of a cool combo with it there. And then I think because of the wheel offset and the suspension width and all of that, the way that it fit on there, he ran these universal flares, painted really properly. I think the car looks good, all white like that.
It does. I like the body lines on the front end. It's the roundness of it, of the stock Ghia. Yeah, it's really. Can I say pretty?
You can say pretty, dude.
I mean,
we're sensitive like that. It's cool. We could take it.
I don't know. I mean,
I can take it.
It's a good.
Ryan might have not been able to take it, but he's not here. So.
It's a good design, man.
It really is. I think it's a really nicely designed body to begin with from the factory, and I think the enhancements that this guy did to it with the flares.
Whoa! Did you just say enhancements?
I got big words.
They're not mods. They're not like.
I mean, they could be mods, but enhancements.
They're enhancements. Okay. Well, I mean,
English is my second language. Technically, it's my third language, but it replaced the second language. So I guess it's just the second language at this point.
We're at.
So sometimes I surprise myself with the words I pull up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So body swap. Pretty easy.
What is a body swap, Jay?
Pretty easy.
Tell our viewers what a body swap
is. They took the body off the Ghia and lifted it off and put it over the frame or the Mazda.
Yeah, it's a unibody Mazda, so that thing just got cut up just like our BMW 335 that we did.
Super simple, not a lot of work. It really just fits. It's really easy to do. I suggest you try it.
Yeah, it's just like Legos. It just fits together. Yeah. And of course he's joking because it is about as hard as it can get.
Yeah.
You can do
off and on.
In the custom car world, you can start with some simple bolt-ons. You can bolt on some different wheels. You can bolt on some, body kit, aero package, wing, skirts, whatever. Yeah. Those are bolt-ons. You can change your headlights, taillights, different look. But once the other spectrum of that would be a body swap.
So you got your body swap. So that's what
everything else in between. So body swap is wildly challenging. And there's more and more seems like are popping up out there, and we follow quite a few of them. It is something that we really like, so we definitely know a lot of guys out there building these things, body swaps. Very few are actually pulled together to the degree of really finished properly. A lot of them are just they look good, but then when you start digging into it, they're really not finished. You can see through the car and all that. So this one actually does look like he did a really good job in really pulling it off and buttoning things up the right way. And how crazy is it that the proportions all work really well? with it. I think that it looks like it's still a Ghia.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
like
it's-
the wide body looks. Got me the interior of the Volkswagen Plaid. If you could, if you can pause it on that, maybe for the viewers that haven't caught that yet. I'm sure they have.
Since I know how to pause now,
Yeah,
because
so-
Ryan's not here to run it, and I am. So
Oh wait, whoa! Is that the gas, the fuel filler back there that we just saw?
we'll come back to that,
Yeah.
but we're focused on this
the Plaid.
on this Plaid situation
Yep.
here in the center.
Oh yeah,
console.
right there. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah, very
obviously it
Volkswagen.
sticks out.
Really cool. It's a good
Yeah.
good fit. Oh, check out where he's got the gauges, man.
Yeah, it's got them.
Dude, we just did gauges in the 62 Mercury last week, with a week before. Installed some custom aftermarket gauges, and we wanted to do it to kind of fit it into the dash.
Mhm.
I think we ended up pulling it off pretty good.
Yeah,
in
no,
the
I'm
end,
happy with it.
But yeah, he did a good job putting those gauges in right there, and the width obviously fits with the Karna Ghia's width, that's one of the keys, I think, before we even start a body swap, is you kind of have to figure out some dimensions, at least some dimensions.
I mean,
some, the more the better.
Yeah,
it would
yeah,
be.
I mean, or you just get lucky.
Like we did.
Yeah. I mean, hold on. I mean, what are the odds that the car was already shortened?
Yeah. Right.
To the spec we needed 20 years prior.
Well, I think there's definitely something divine about that, I think, with our project, being that we call it Born Again.
Yeah.
That old 49 Born Again is a new BMW.
Yeah.
And the fact that some old timers, shortened that body of the 49 7 inches 20 years ago. Well, now 23 years ago, but when we started 20 years ago, and it fit the BMW wheelbase. Yeah, pretty cool.
Who knew?
Pretty cool.
And it's not like we just found it next door.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I think that this thing is a pretty sweet project. We really like it. Are you ready to give it a rating on this one?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you?
Can I go first this time?
Yeah, you can go first this time, man.
I mean, I know you're a little aggressive on the last one. I think you kind of like jumped right in front, but I think on this one, I'm just gonna go booyah and throw it on the limiter.
All right. Limiter for you.
All right.
Man, I don't know. It's a tough one. A limiter.
Whoa! Yeah, it almost scared me.
Scare you, dude?
Yeah,
I thought it was gonna be a cranker.
Yeah. Well,
I couldn't do that to this guy.
No.
Couldn't do that to this guy.
No, who is this?
Oh yeah. I forgot to mention on the last one too. So these cars we're pulling from Instagram. This guy is at DTMKAFER. DTMKAFER. I don't know, DTM Kaffer. I don't know. But he's the builder on this car. You can check it out on his page. He's building another pretty cool project. We'll maybe dig into that some other time.
That'd be cool to revisit that.
That's a V8. You like that?
I love a V8.
And actually, the previous car, the Bug, Dually, Crazy Rat Rod Bug, those guys were Carolina Steampunks. So you can find them at Carolina Steampunks. And that's the high school group that built that car.
That's pretty neat. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But that's not it. That's not all.
That's not all? What else you got?
All.
What else?
Well, we got to do the bonus.
Oh, bonus car?
Yeah.
We have to do a bonus car still?
Well, I mean, we don't have to do anything.
Oh, all right. Let's do a bonus car. So I need a quick second here to line this up for the bonus car.
And I appreciate that. You know what I really like about this?
What do you like about
It's not 107 in here.
Oh, it's nice in here, man.
It's nice in here. You know, we're out of the shop, just talking cars, chopping it up, talking to the viewers, getting some good comments, good feedback, just hanging.
Yeah, so at the time of the recording of this episode, our first episode just went live on YouTube, and we do have some comments on there, really cool, positive comments. I liked it, so we're answering those back for you guys. So definitely, leave us comments, share these videos with your friends. We're going to continue to do these things. So I think what I like about it is, the temperature is definitely good. But I like it that we can sit in a setting like this, not be in the shop, wrenching, working. We can actually connect on a different level.
Yes.
And it's more relaxed. It's just kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking about this. So if you guys are, watching this, which, well, if you're not, then you wouldn't know what I'm going to say. So, let us know maybe give us some tips for some things. We're thinking about maybe bringing in some guests from time to time and some things like that. So kind of kicking around some ideas on how to improve this and make it better.
And we'll definitely review your car if you send us your car. I mean,
if it's a car like this, that's the caliber that we we're kind of behind. We can stand behind. So we do have to throw that out there.
Yeah, have to be in the rat rod category, pretty much, pretty custom.
All right, man. I got a big smile on my face because I'm already seeing the preview on this thing. So,
dude, yeah. You know what? I didn't even realize. I mean, I know what's coming, but it's another Volkswagen.
No way! Seriously, you guys did not plan it like that. We pulled this car up right before we started the filming right now, and it just turns out to be another Volkswagen. This is crazy. This is the Volkswagen Special. Volkswagen Special. Here it is. Boom! There it is, guys. There it is. This is our bonus car. We always throw in kind of a. I mean, it's
mobile. It's mobile.
In this case.
Yeah.
But it's always kind of a wild card. Could be cool. It may not be cool. Yeah. It's not necessarily what we like, in many cases, but it's just a fun car to throw in and kind of throw a little, reaction to. So
it's got some good patina.
Look at the dude's legs. You see that?
You checking out his legs?
Yeah.
Pause it.
Okay, I'll try to pause it. All right, man.
And
I missed it.
All right.
Well, anyway, you saw the dude's legs. I think it's like a go-kart inside.
It's gotta be. I mean,
because the wheels are literally inside the windows. There's no room for wheels. I think you can see the wheels by the dash, or what would be the dash.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a go-kart.
So I think obviously this is not as unique as
this is also a body swap. I mean, right? I mean, well,
you're dumb. That's pretty funny.
I mean, it is a body swap. They put a body on a
body unswap.
Yes,
it's not swapped onto anything. It's just sitting there unswapped.
The body looking for a home.
Yeah, it's like a snail or what are those guys?
Yeah,
crab looking for a home.
There it is.
Oh man. All right, I kind of seen enough of this. Let me bring it down to a smaller look here.
All
right. So this is our bonus car, man. So it's funny because it's not as unique as you may think. I've seen some other ones like this cut down. I think this kind of started. I could be wrong, and maybe again you guys can correct us if I'm wrong. Leave it in the comments. I think this started in South America somewhere. Honestly, somewhere south of here. Anyway, because I've seen several of these kind of things out there where they literally cut. Actually, I've seen some Russian stuff too. So Europe and Asia, depending on which part, I guess, of Russia. I don't know.
You're just moving all over the globe.
It's international. It started internationally. Okay. All right.
But didn't you post a Jetta that was cut like this?
It was not a Jetta, but it was something like that. It was like a water-cooled VW too. But they're not, it's not exclusive to VWs. There's all kinds of other cars, and people are cutting them in half like this, super, super crazy low, and they're driving them obviously at shows only. I mean, they're not street legal.
Right.
It's super tiny. I mean, that thing's only like probably 2 feet tall.
Right.
It's just, I've seen this guy trying to get out of it, and it's hilarious, door opens and he's like,
I saw another one of these, and the comments were ridiculous, and people are like hating on it. I was like, dude, where's your sense of humor? Where's your fun?
It's fun. It's
get
fun.
out and enjoy yourself for once. Holy heavens.
Yeah, and that's funny that you bring that up because we're really like, and we each of us, you, Ryan, and I like probably different things, when it really comes down to it, like what's our favorite and that kind of stuff, but. We're obviously into the ratty, kind of crazy, the body swaps, engine swaps, wide bodies, like just really kind of out there, pushing the limits, but still kind of pulling it together and making it, look properly, if you will. I mean, some people are not going to agree, but the 49 Ford that we did with the BMW, we keep mentioning it, it's wide body chopped and all that. I think that at the end of the day, we have about probably a 98.2% like satisfaction rate of people. Like they just love it. it's just cool.
Yeah.
Young, old, boys, girls, men, women, whatever, they just love the thing, right?
Right.
And you got that, 1.8% of the people. They're like, oh, why do you do that? Yeah, right.
You ruined the Ford.
You ruined the board. What? But no one worries about that. No one worries about ruining the BMW though.
I know. No one ever does. No one ever does.
Maybe some guys in Germany would.
I don't know. We had our German visitors.
We did get some. So anyway, the point is that we really do like all types of custom cars. We appreciate them. We may not want to drive one or build one like that, but I think that's what really makes this custom scene go around. You got the lowrider stuff out there, you got the hot rod stuff out there, you got the lifted trucks, the actual 4x or pre-runner, actual do the business of lifted trucks, or you got the lifted trucks, with the big huge 26s on them, that never see dirt. But they're cool in their own way, right? And that's kind of what makes it different it just makes it cool.
There's a lot of work that goes into this stuff. There's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to rate this bad boy. We're there. We're taking time because we're really thinking about this.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a car, so are we rating it? We're rating this thing.
We're rating it, man.
All right.
Well, what do you say? You go first. I'm generous.
I'm cruising this bad boy.
You're cruising it?
I'm cruising it. Heck yeah, dude. Think of all not that I starve for attention, but this would definitely be fun to cruise around a show. It gets,
talk about raising some eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on just that alone, I'm gonna have to probably give it a cruiser too. And at the risk of just sounding like I'm copying you, I gotta say a cruiser. Yeah. Because it's almost a cranker, because it's almost crazy enough, but come on now. It's still just more of a novelty, kind of a fun thing.
For sure.
I don't even know how he puts this thing on a trailer to get it home. It's kind of interesting because it literally is scraping the whole time.
Well, it definitely doesn't weigh a lot.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, you can probably pick it up and throw it on there. All right, man. So I think with that, we're going to need to probably get this thing wrapped up. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
You got anything to add, subtract?
No, I think, maybe next week we move away from the Volkswagen.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to find some different stuff. And
it was all different.
It was all different for sure, but different than Volkswagen.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, we're definitely not affiliated with Volkswagen anyway. Nor do we prefer them over any other car. It just happened to be this episode happened to turn out this way. So
yes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, hey, what can I say? We're loving this time, like we said earlier. This is good. This is a good time. I hope you guys are enjoying it too. And send us suggestions on cars that maybe you guys want us to maybe feature on this thing, and maybe some ideas that we can do as well. And then, make sure that you guys are subscribed. Make sure your notification bell is on. We're putting these videos out weekly now in the middle of the week. And then we're still putting out our build videos and other videos that we do. We do stories with interviews with other builders. We do some show coverage. And we have a couple of different projects going on. We have a 62 Mercury right now. That's Jim's project that we've been working on. It's a really cool big patina cruiser. It's called the Maniacs. And that one's sweet. And we have a couple of things, I have a Tacoma, that's my daily. We kind of throw in some stuff on that. We've done some cool things to it. Mild, but
yeah. And if you're into stuff. If you're just into the social media thing, we're on Instagram at Maniacs Garage and Facebook as well, Maniacs Garage.
That's right. And we actually work the comments there too, so we're responding to you guys on there. And you know what? One last thing, make sure you guys check out our website at maniacsgarage.com. We do have some merch on there. We have some hats and shirts,
backpack
stuff. Yeah,
I love the
limited edition backpack, man. We literally have a few of those, so we're gonna sell those out. They're gonna be gone. We're not restocking those. So really cool though. It's functional and it's got our logo on it. So if you guys want to support the channel, that would be a good way to do it, and that would just help us, build and bring better content and things like that. So we have a lot of cool things in the making that I can't talk about quite yet. But I think we have some cool stuff coming. So, all right, guys, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, don't miss it.
Don't miss it. Don't miss all the cool upcoming stuff.
That's right.
With that, we're out.